it's Jill for today. Today I am making a muffin recipe. I have been reworking some of my older recipes that, I see now I can find ways to lighten them up, make them a whole lot healthier. This is a whole wheat muffin that I made about 5 years ago, and I have pulled it out, kind of took another look at it, and have decided to make some changes for the better. This is our year of getting healthy, right? So I'm going to bring you down and I'm going to show you the ingredients. All right, in my bowl here I have some whole wheat pastry flour, a little bit of salt, some baking soda, and some baking powder. And of course, as always, I will put the ingredients and instructions in that description box down below. So we have some nice healthy flour. I have some carrot and some apple that I have shredded. I just put the whole thing in my food processor and shredded it at the same time. I have some applesauce. This is going to replace the oil that I have used in the past. So we have some nice healthy applesauce there, unsweetened of course. I have some maple syrup. Before I was using brown sugar and white sugar, and I've replaced it with some maple syrup. That's pure maple syrup. I have some raisins here, and what I've done is dusted them with just a little bit of flour so they won't first of all sink to the bottom of the muffin, but this also keeps them separate. So I've got those. I've got a couple of eggs. I have some spices here. I have some cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of ground ginger, some chopped walnuts, which of course have so many wonderful health benefits, a little bit of vanilla, and then I have some milk just sitting off to the side. I'm not sure whether I will need it, depending on how much liquid the carrots and the apples are going to give off will determine whether I want to put a little milk in there. So let me get things organized and we'll come back and start putting this together. Alrighty, this is kind of a good old dump and go recipe. I've got my flour and baking soda and baking powder in there. I'm now going to add my spices, and I'm going to just kind of whisk that through. Make sure all those spices and such are combined in there. Don't want any large little clumps anywhere. All right, there we are. Now I'm going to add the applesauce. Oh, those spices already, I can smell them. That cinnamon just is crazy good. And cinnamon, of course, has so many, again, wonderful health benefits. In go the eggs. And the maple syrup. And then I'm going to add the vanilla, which you know me, I tend to overdo on the vanilla, just like I did there. All right, I'm going to mix this all together. And then after that, I'll be folding in the apples and carrots and walnuts and raisins. I cut way back on the sweetness because the applesauce, of course, is sweet and the maple syrup is sweet. So I was able to really cut back a lot on just the overall sweetness. And then, of course, you've got apples and carrots and raisins in there, which are all sweet. Okay, that's just mixed, just like I want it. I'm going to add the carrots and the apple. Get that in there. And the walnuts. And the raisins. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? These are going to be so nice in the afternoon. Director gets so hungry, and I like to make muffins up and keep them in the freezer. So when he does have a snack attack, I can just go in there and pull one and put it in the microwave. And this, of course, I'm so happy that I have reworked this recipe so it's so much healthier. I don't think there's anything wrong with having something like a muffin in the afternoon, but if you can, help it out a little bit, why not? All right, I'm going to, as you can see, that's well mixed. I didn't sit there and beat it, just got it really well mixed. Everything's incorporated. I'm going to go get my muffin tin and we'll be back. All right, as you can see, I have my muffin tin here and I have it lined with these fabulous silicone muffin cups. I I cannot tell you how much I love those, and those are actually my second set. And I do have a link down below if you're interested in getting them. And the other thing I wanted to mention, as you could tell, I did not need to add any more liquid. The milk I had set aside, I didn't need to add. So I'm going to put in here about 1/4 cup per muffin, as you can see there. I want them about 3/4 of the way full. I don't think they're gonna, they won't rise too much because there's a lot of heavy fruit in there, and you got the nuts and all that. So I'm going to continue filling these, and when I'm done, I'll get you back here. Muffin tin is full. It made exactly 1 dozen, about 3/4 of the way up on those muffin cups. I'm going to put them into a 350-degree preheated oven, and they're going to cook about 20 minutes. So you might check them. Of course, everyone's oven is different, but you might check them around 18 minutes. Put your toothpick in there, pull it out. If it's clean, those muffins are done. If it comes out a little gummy still, you might leave them in for a minute or two, check it out and try to find out perfect timing on those. Anyway, I'm thinking around 20 minutes. So once these are done, they're out of the oven. I know someone who's going to take a sample. We'll be back. Are you ready to try this?
I am.
The director's off camera today because he's having some things done with his face and he's a little embarrassed. But he still wants to taste this muffin.
I'm hideous.
There it is. There it is. Look how beautiful that is. There he is. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you think of that. Oh, he's taking a big bite. Oh, it looks good on the inside. Let me hold it up here so you can see the inside of it. There you go. How is that? This is our... Isn't that good?
Huh?
Isn't that good?
That's delicious.
That's a recipe that I have reworked. I made this recipe up 5 years ago. Excuse me. And it had too much fat in it. It had too much olive oil in it. So I reworked it. It's pretty good.
That's excellent.
Well, all right. I'm glad you're tasting it and I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I am. I plan to finish that.
All right. Very good. Yeah, you do need to finish the rest of that. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends. I hope you subscribe. I hope you give us a like. Tell your friends. But I think you're going to like this recipe. So
I do.
He does love it. He's going back for more. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.